is Wednesday, December 10th. I'm T. Waldron, and this is my cat, Pumpkin. Fractal, you're invited to come over here. She's pouncing on nothing over there on the couch. Thanks for being here, Pumpkin. I always can count on you. I'm here for a little gratitude with attitude. Cheers to you. Yeah, it's just tea. Oh, that's good. Okay. So I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Are you having a good Wednesday, Pumpkin? Oh gosh, I have so much to talk about today. So let's do our deep breathing so we can get into it. So if you're not driving, please close your eyes and let's inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. And inhale. And exhale. Or you can keep purring. Inhale. Come on, Fractal. And exhale. And as we inhale each healing breath of oxygen, we imagine that we're getting healthier and stronger with each beautiful breath. Because we are. And then exhaling any tension or stress or negativity. Let it all out. It doesn't belong to you. You are limitless. You are powerful. And you are worth it. So thanks for being here today with me. Okay, so we're going to talk about, we've been talking about negative beliefs, okay? A lot of us are, no one is born with them, okay? They are given to, they're put on us either in school or at our house or with our friends or with society or with our job. Hi there, Ezekiel, welcome. Yeah, she's 17. This is Pumpkin. You want to say hi? Nope, she's a cat. She's not going to do it. So every day this month, so far I've been talking about advice from this person that I really have been listening to lately and trying to apply their ideas. And then on December 21st, I'll reveal who it is. Hey, hi there, Kamai. Welcome. Where are you guys tuning in from? I'm on the East Coast of the US near New York City. Yeah. So basically, the thing we've been talking about for the past few days. Oh, welcome. Yeah, we're from near New York in the U.S. and you're from India. Welcome. What province? I'm starting to try to learn the provinces. It's a huge. I didn't realize how huge your country is. Um, so we've been talking all week for the past few days about our negative beliefs. They're put on us oftentimes. We don't even know it, and we feel like that's just who we are or what we believe. But it's not necessarily true. Good morning, Art. A New England morning. Well, oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I think you're having a good day. If you're in your truck, that's always fun. Hey, Chris. Good morning. Thank you. Bless you as well. So we've been talking about negative beliefs, how they're formed. Um, Sometimes we don't know we have them, but a quick test to see if you're carrying a negative belief is it heavy? Does it make you feel some kind of negative way? Does it make you angry or sad or to feel worthless or some other sort of negative emotion? Or is it light and does it help you feel like it's true? So it's I thought I had gotten rid of all of my negative beliefs because I've really been working hard on the shadow work and getting to know myself, and I spent dark night of the soul and being completely alone. The only person I had was my cat. That's why I named the channel Chatting with My Cat. And apparently I found out yesterday I've got another one. So there's one that was hiding in there. Yeah. Hey, Chris. Oh, France. Very cool. Good morning, Dashing. Hey, welcome from, is it Missouri? I know you're originally from Wimbledon. Welcome. Yeah, sometimes the Bible can give us very good advice, but also we need to learn how to take things and go within with a lot of this. So I thought I'd gotten rid of all my negative beliefs. I said, you know what, I'm positive. I know I'm good. I know I'm strong. And then this came up, and I had said to my, like during meditation, I'll sometimes set an intention, And I'm like, okay, if I have any more remaining negative beliefs, which I was like, but I don't, yeah, let me know. Okay. And that was kind of just, I said it and then I just, kept meditating and forgot about it. So then yesterday I kind of listened to some shorts as I'm driving that are sort of inspirational. And this one came up. I didn't know who the speakers are. I still don't actually. But they were talking about different phrases that have changed meaning over time. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Great. Hi, Asia. Welcome back. Ashka. Oh, excuse me. It's not that kind of party. Yeah, hi. Yeah, Pumpkin, you have a fan. Ashka says hi. Hi, hi. Hakan, welcome. Thank you, Mohawk. Yeah. Okay, take care, Kamai. Turkish, welcome. Yeah, from Bangladesh, welcome. Okay, so we were just talking about negative beliefs, and this thing came up, and the phrase here in America, and I don't know if it's around the world. I know it's probably in England as well, but I'm not sure where else you may have heard this. Oh, Pumpkin, you have somebody saying hi to you. It is jack of all trades. If you know what the second part is in that phrase, put it in the chat. I'm curious if you know what it is. Because I used to work with seniors and they would say that to me because I would do a bunch of different things at work and speak about different things or sing or do all kinds of different crafts and and nothing was really amazing, but I would that's right, master of none. That is correct. Dashing Wumble. Does anyone know the next part of the phrase? So it's a jack of all trades, master of none. And I always thought they would say the first part and then I would say the second part and we'd have a good laugh. And then I would spend the next 10 minutes going, I am the master of none, and trying to talk myself back into a good mood because it would sort of bring me down because it's kind of a slam. I mean, jack of all trades means you're good at a lot. You know a little bit of a lot of things, but you don't have mastery of anything. And I was like, wow, I feel like that would hit me really hard because I was like kind of insulted, but try not to let it get to me. Yeah. Master of none. Good. I'm glad you feel it healing. By the way, I checked out your channel and you two dashing. Got fun channels. Very good. Yeah. So and by the way, just so you know, in the chat we have mom energy. So please keep it pleasant, keep it positive and constructive. And thank you to our moderator, Imran Hossain. He's an excellent SEO YouTube specialist. He will zap you if you're not polite. Okay. So please, we want to hear from you, but also keep it constructive. Thank you. Hi, Mordecai. Welcome. I love that name. Okay. Yeah, it's my natural hair that I dye. I wanted to match pumpkin, so I dye it. So anyway, we're talking about that old phrase, jack of all trades, master of none. And as I said, I didn't realize, but it still bothered me. Like when I heard it on this live yesterday, on this chat yesterday. No, it was a short. I heard it on a short yesterday. I said, "Ooh, that still bothers me." Like it is a negative belief I have about myself because I feel like I am the master of none. Darn it, and it brought me down. Even yesterday, driving in the car by myself, and I said, "Oh, this is another negative belief that was hiding." So guess what? Metaphysics is amazing. Metaphysics is how our thoughts shape our reality. In my meditation, I asked to be revealed if I had any more negative beliefs, thinking that I didn't. And then this came up on a short on my phone, like one of two shorts that came up as I was driving this short drive. And I said, okay, this is a negative belief I'm holding on to. So I just wanted to share that with you because our thoughts really do shape our reality, guys. So anyway, back to the story. There's more to it. And I want to read to you. This is a story by Benjamin Clark. He wrote this March 11th, 2025. The phrase jack of all trades, full saying, is often used to describe someone who has many skills but is not an expert in any. However, what many people don't realize is that the full saying has a much deeper and more positive meaning. Isn't that interesting? The whole phrase is jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than master of one. So that flips it and makes it a positive thing to be good at a lot of different stuff. So I was like, wow, I carried this belief that I was, master of none, I'm, less than. And then the whole phrase, it's actually good because this guy goes on to say um, that it also means you have a growth mindset and that you balance generalization and specialization, which I do this stuff. Leverage your skills for networking. Yes, I like to put people together that like can help each other and embrace continuous learning. Yes, this is also true. So it switched that negative belief that I didn't realize I was even carrying to something positive. And one other thing, I thought it was a very interesting derivative where it came from. And hang on, let me just check the chat before I get into that. Yeah, good evening, nobody. 7. Yes. Ooh, I'm gonna read your whole thing in a second. Um, Here we go. Nobody 7 said, and this is cool. Words can inspire, thoughts can provoke, but only action truly brings you closer to your dreams. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks. Please do hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that, and subscribe if you like this kind of interesting content. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder, Dashing. Hello from Serbia. Welcome. Dragan. I love that. Thank you. This is Pumpkin. She's 17. Fractal, you want to come join us? Come on. I have another cat. I have 2 cats. Come on, you can come up. She's a little shy. Yeah, I do play guitar, but not today, Matt. Thanks for asking. Thank you, Ashka. Appreciate it. Someday I'll get your name right. Hold on. Aja Kids. Okay, because I've known you for months and I keep saying your name wrong. So thank you so much for your patience. Hi Visha, welcome. Hey James, welcome. Welcome from India. Hydra, hello. Visha, welcome. Wait, somebody, hold on here. Dragan, how to turn off negative beliefs if you are not aware of them. Yeah, exactly. So that's the first step. Okay, go to the live. I think I started this talk either Sunday night or Monday. It's like 2 or 3 days ago. And I was talking about how to identify your negative beliefs because this person I've been listening to, who I will reveal who it is on December 21st, was talking about how do you even know you have a negative belief? And I listed off probably like 20 things over those 2 days. So check out the previous live because there's a whole list of stuff. Overall, it's just they're negative and they're heavy and they don't feel true. But sometimes they can trick you because they're self-perpetuating. So you have to work to identify them, and then you can negate them. You can look at them, and once you bring them to the light, it's pretty easy to see that they're not true, and you can just release them. So like when this happened yesterday, and this was a good example. This whole time I didn't even know I was carrying this for 55 years. I've been carrying this whole master of none business, and it was heavy. It was on my soul, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm not a master of anything. I guess I just know a little bit of a lot of different stuff. And that's a strength. It's a good thing. And I had to switch it from being something negative to something positive. And you can do it too if you but you it takes like work. You have to sort of think about it, journal, talk to people. There's a lot of different whatever works for you to get to your core beliefs. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that was a great question, Dragon Donik. Okay. Hey, James. Let's see. Read history. Hello from France. Oh, thank you so much. One love. Beautiful read history. I love that. Right back at ya. And to everybody, one love. Hydra. Yeah, that was motivation. Yeah. Okay. Um, be the friends we need to be. Oh, that's beautiful, Anthony D'Souza. Gorgeous. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people just tune in for the cat. They don't even listen to me. That's fine. That's okay. You're cool, Pumpkin. You're sending good vibes out to everybody. She's purring so loudly for you guys. Thank you so much, Anthony. Appreciate that. Hey, Rick. Johnny, good morning from New Zealand. Thank you so much. Pumpkin, she's 17. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, please do check them because it's very easy to hold on to the past because it's the known dragon. Um but you know what? If we can identify what we don't need to hold on to and we can let go of it, it frees us. And then we can embrace the unknown and we feel stronger. And even just by having held that belief for so many years, I learned ways to like, like they would say, "Oh, you're a jack of all trades," and then I would say, "Oh, and a master of none." Ha ha ha. And then I'd spend a couple minutes in my head going, "Yeah, I kind of suck. I'm not really good at anything." And then I had to figure out a way to say to myself, but you know what? So was Da Vinci. So was like many Tesla, like I would have to call into my head different inventors and people that were good at a lot of things and say, if that's what it is, then yeah, that's cool. I'm good with that. Like I had to sort of give myself an internal pep talk while I was doing a presentation to these residents. It was pretty wow. It was a good exercise. But yeah, you can do it. We can do anything. We are limitless. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Wither Rush. Yes, thank God she's healthy. She's 17 and she is amazing. Yes, yes, you are. I'll have to put a picture up. She climbed up to the top tier of her cat tree yesterday, and she hasn't been up there in months. And I'm like, oh, she can still do it. That was nice to see. Thank you. I don't see the Master Nun phrase that bad. Yeah, it shows how you have to be inquisitive. Right, exactly. Exactly. That's a good point, Wumble. I don't know. I didn't hear the JD Vance quote. Better to be inquisitive than not at all. Absolutely. That's so true. Thank you. Jesus loves you too. Yes, and we all have a Christ consciousness within us. The Buddha nature, the Christ consciousness, the Krishna spirit, it's within us. That's our strength. And whatever you believe, but there is a source of all that's inside of you. So I hope that resonates with you. Negativity is corona, white blood cells are positive. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh, it's so funny you mentioned that, Hydra. I'm working with this doctor who used to be famous ages ago in the 80s, and he was a big proponent of that. He said that our thoughts change our body chemistry, and he had a exceptional cancer patient support group, and he would teach them how to learn to love themselves and change their thought patterns, and a lot of them healed their cancer, which is, I mean, that's amazing. So I agree with you on that, Hydra. That's so true. Yeah. Ricardo, good morning from San Diego. Excellent. Oh, you're the Southwest Airlines guy. I hope you've been continuing to travel. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Hey, laughing. Laughlin Trucking. Welcome. Yeah. People see much more in us than we see in us. That's so true too. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of this work I've been doing is going within and starting to know and love myself. And it took a lot because I was really, if you listen to your thoughts, what you're saying to yourself, they can be very mean sometimes. Yeah, so that's beautiful. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm in the middle, like I don't really aspire to either side. I feel like there's truth in the middle. There's some truth that overlaps. And if you're all one way or all another way, then you're missing the truth because one way isn't the right way, the other way isn't the right way. There's just truth. And I think many sides try to split us apart, and it's unfortunate. Yeah. Shout out for the Philippines. Excellent. Yeah. Hi, Luis. Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate that, Ricardo. You too. Alfie, welcome. Thank you. This is Pumpkin. She's 17. Yeah. Satin works through cats. Okay. Thank you, Travis. I know what you were trying to say, but I'm just reading what you wrote. Yes, ma'am. What you said was 100% right. Positive ness these days. People have too much depression, negative thoughts. Yes, Hydra, that's so true. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, do come back because as I learn this stuff, I'm applying it to myself, but I'm sharing it with you guys, and I'm hoping like you're here for a reason. There's millions and billions of YouTubes. If you found me, hopefully you can find something useful that can help you on your journey, and that's the goal. It's the government. Why aren't you working? Great question, Mr. Boston. I'm in school right now, full time for a doctorate in metaphysical life coaching. I did work a full time job in corporate America for nearly 18 years. I did a video on it. Check it out. It's called This Little Book Changed My Life. And it says why I left my job last December. And I'm going to, I saved up and I'm going to school full time because I love learning. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Alfie. Oh, thank you. All right, so I'm just gonna finish up because I want to wrap up. I don't want to keep you all the morning, but this, this jack of all trades saying, okay, and I think this is important because it started out as a good thing, as like jack of all trades, master of none. Let's see, what was the rest of it? But oftentimes better than master of one. So that's kind of a positive thing to be good at a little bit of everything. And one of the origins of it came from a rival of Shakespeare, okay? And I think his name was John Green. Let me see where he is. I don't see it here. But anyway, he was basically saying that because, oh, here it is, Robert Greene in 1592, who criticized William Shakespeare by calling him an absolute Johannes Factotum. That means Latin for Johnny Do-It-All. Greene indeed intended it as an insult, implying that Shakespeare was dabbling in multiple skills such as writing, acting, and producing, without mastering any. However, Shakespeare's success ultimately proved that being a jack of all trades was not a bad thing. So I just thought that was kind of cool. You know, think of the source, and you know, when we limit ourselves and we have these negative beliefs, why would somebody say that to us? To keep us small, to keep us specialized, so that we don't see the big picture. So be a jack of all trades and the master of none, and oftentimes better than the master of one. That's so neat. Okay, let's see what you guys have been saying, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. First time, welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll check you out, Alfie. I appreciate that. And thanks again, Hydra. Fly. Friends are the pillars on your porch. Sometimes they hold you up, sometimes they lean on you, and sometimes it's just enough to know they're standing by. Flying Brian, that is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I love it. Thank you so much, Elfie. Yeah. Read Chaotic Mind. 1 + 1 = 3 book. Yeah, worry less. Absolutely. Beautiful. Fun, so it's about books say correct thinking mistakes, worry less, find calm in the chaos, and meaning in the book. Thank you. Hi, Chris. Welcome. So that was about it. I just wanted to tell you. So just to recap the whole thing, because this was a long, convoluted story. 2 days ago, I set an intent. No, yesterday. It was yesterday morning. I set an intention. I do a morning meditation every morning at 3:30 a.m. when I get up. I said, all right, let me see if I have any, I'm talking about negative beliefs on my live. If I have any remaining negative beliefs, please reveal them to me. And thinking I didn't have any left. Then I hear this short and it says, hey, this phrase, jack of all trades, master of none, there's more to it. And I said, what? That always bothered me. People would call me a jack of all trades and I would get so offended and so mad, and it would take me a while to snap back out of it. What is he saying? So then I found out the rest of it is, but oftentimes better than the master of one. So I said, wow, that was a negative belief that I was still holding about myself. It was kind of hiding in there. And once I let that go, I felt so much lighter and so much happier. So my point is, you may have these negative beliefs that are hiding in plain sight. And it doesn't come from you. Maybe it doesn't come from your family. It doesn't come from your church or school. It just comes from society. And I think a lot of parts of society want to keep us small. So you owe it to yourself to put the time in, get to know yourself, get to find out what those negative beliefs you're holding and release them. You don't own them. They keep you small, they keep you scared, they keep you angry, they keep you from achieving. Like if I took that to heart, I would say, oh, well, maybe I should master one thing and forget about everything else. No, because I've had such a rich life by doing a little bit of everything and learning different skills and having different friends and it's just a beautiful life and it's rich rather than just focusing razor on one type of skill and ignoring everything else. So I hope that helps. I found that really interesting and I wanted to share that with you guys. Let's see, I'm going to read the chat and then I'm going to sign off. Okay, if you have a swastika, please don't come in my chat. Imran, could you please get rid of Milad Shutz and don't let him back in? Thank you. Yeah, that's not what this chat's about. Okay, insights, hello. Shudo, welcome. 1 times 1 equals 2 according to, yeah, I can't get his information, Shudo. I'm trying to understand it, but like I don't know, it's kind of making my brain hurt. But I mean some of the other stuff he says is interesting, so that's my other thing. If somebody says some interesting things that might be true, I'm not going to throw something out because I disagree with another thing they say. And I'm not saying that that's not true, I just haven't been able to figure it out. Do they bury people with their braces? I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Nova Vision. Contrast from dead graphic blue seam from the graphic enemy. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, Nova. On the moon is the shadow of glass seam. Yeah. Chromosome fused that the planet's glass seems. Yeah, you have to talk English. I like sentences that I can understand because I don't get that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Alfie. You know it's God's beam. Okay, that I understand. Yeah. Great question, Shu. I was thinking that. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, but you have to. Okay, if you love everyone in every race, please change your logo. I'm gonna. Let's see. Where is this? Hide user on this channel. There we go. Bye bye. Yeah, you can't do that sends a message of hate. That's maybe you love everybody, but that's not what your logo says. Let's see here. Okay. Apocalypse. Nova says is apocalypse is end of one thing and the beginning of something new. 2032. That's what Nova says. Flying Brian. In a miserable, let's see, where is he? In a miserable situation, don't forget to defend the soul. Horace. That's beautiful, bro. Wow. You're deep, Flying Brian. Thank you, Garf. I appreciate that. Yeah, be prepared. Okay. All right. Yeah, I do know it's blue oxygen. I do know its origins were peaceful and actually aren't isn't it from the Anunnaki? But right now I think it's divisive and especially with that coloring, it's not um productive and kind. Yeah, literally one of the things that you have a negative connotation that started out as pure and beautiful thing. Absolutely, yeah, and it was co-opted, but those colors are very indicative of the Nazis, so it has to go. Yeah, Terrence Howard is a confused person. His math logic is blatantly wrong, but he is a good actor. And he seems like a nice guy beyond his possible delusions of grandeur. No, I have to tell you, some of the other stuff I listened to from him was okay. Like I was like, all right, maybe, but the 1 + 1 times 1 thing, I still can't wrap my mind. Thank you so much, Dashing. I appreciate that. You have a wonderful day as well, Dashing Womble, and check out Dashing Womble's channel. Yeah, One World, beautiful, Luis. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Blue Oxygen. Negative beliefs. Okay. The method, the insignia that appeared on my live is a symbol of Nazis, okay? The original swastika, I have shown Anunnaki artwork and other ancient Mesopotamian artwork with the swastika, and it's not negative. However, if you're using the colors and the insignia that signifies Nazism, then that doesn't have a place on my channel. So I don't know if, I'm sorry if you can't understand that. Yeah. Well, should Fidge, I don't know what you're saying. Hi, Zubair. Anyway, peace, everybody. Joshua, thank you for tuning in. Peter, UConn beat Florida. Yay. That's my alma mater. Go UConn. One world, everybody. Okay. So thanks everybody for a live from myself to yourself. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and we'll see you tomorrow at 8. Okay. Thanks. And thanks for a great chat. And thank you, Imran Hossain. Great job moderating. Bye. Cool.